Hello? Come on, I can tell you're awake. Rise and shine, my little darling. I'm so sorry to have you tied up like this, but I promise you, it'll all make sense eventually. I need you to promise me one thing before I explain what's going on. I can remove your gag, but I need you to promise not to scream. Please don't make this difficult for me, okay, sweetie? Good, I'll just remove it now. There you are. Oh, it feels so nice to see your beautiful face up close, sweetheart. Do you recognize me? It's me, Mia. Yeah, I remember when I first met you in English class last year. I sat next to you in Mrs. Lofton's class last year. I just remember you having the most precious soul ever in that class. It was always so cute how attentive you were in class. You always were taking notes of every single detail in class, and I loved how you were always so eager with the material. The way you always nodded with the professor, as if you hung on to every word she said, and always cracked jokes in class. I would always laugh at them even though no one else would.
People these days have no sense of humor.
I wanted to get to know you more, so I tried talking to you in class. But you always seemed very shy with me. You want to know where you're at? I'm afraid I can't tell you, sweetie. It'll ruin the fun. Isn't it obvious, darling? I brought you here to celebrate the best day ever. The day this world became a much more beautiful place. Happy birthday, my love. Oh, honey, you can't fool me. I know it's your birthday, silly. I know everything about you, senpai, including your favorite cake, which I made here for you with my heart and soul. I hope you enjoy it, honey, as there's plenty more where that came from. I hate to have tied you up on your special day, but I was afraid you would make things difficult for me, so I hope you'll let me feed you this yummy cake. Please, honey. I know I brought you here without asking, but I would never put anything in this cake to harm you. I would never want that. You can trust me, babe. Here to prove it, you can pick which part of the cake you want me to eat, and I'll do it for you. How about this one? No, well, what about this one? No, this one? Okay, dear. Oh my gosh, it's so good, senpai. Not to brag, but I think I outdid myself. Okay, babe, your turn. Open wide, sweetie. Here comes the airplane. Are you blushing? So cute. Come on, don't be shy. Well, what do you think? You like it? Yay, I'm so glad you enjoy it. Here, have another bite. Really? This is the best cake you've ever had? You're not lying to me, are you? Well, that's awesome to hear, my love. Someone as kind and precious as you deserves nothing less than the best for their special day. But that's not all I have for you, sweetie. Here, let me open this present for you. Well, would you look at that? It's a sweater of you and me together. I made it myself. I think we look so cute together. Do you like it? Awesome. They actually took several weeks to make. I made a matching one for myself as well. Now let's do this one. Well, what do you think? Yeah, those are all of your favorite movies, and even some games I heard you say you wanted to have for a long time. I was thinking maybe we could watch some of them together later today. I told you I know everything about you, my senpai. Ever since I first laid eyes on your beautiful face, I've been watching you, eventually following you. It started off as something small, where I'd look at where you were walking around on campus at certain times of the day. And then it slowly led to me getting into your phone, finding where you live, finding out about your interests and all those little details. Believe me, it was not easy. So many times I thought you were going to catch on, but you never did. But don't worry your pretty little head about it, because now I can give you the perfect birthday you truly deserve. Huh? What do you mean, why am I doing this? Isn't it obvious? It's because I love you and you deserve the world. You have the sweetest soul the world has ever seen, and you have the most adorable smile. There's no one I'd rather give everything to than you. You deserve much more than what this cruel world gives you. Honey, the truth is, I had not planned on doing all of this up until earlier today. I saw how excited you were about the birthday party you had planned with your friends. I know how much time you put into it as I was there. But as the hours passed and no one had shown up, I saw how sad you became, and it truly broke my heart. How could they cancel on someone as wonderful as you on your birthday? I just don't get it. It was so upsetting to see you like that, so I knew I had to do something. You went to sleep early that day in tears, so I snuck in and drugged you, and brought you here to give you the special birthday party you were robbed of. I know it wasn't much, but given the time I had, I did what I could to cheer you up on your special day. No one, especially you, deserves to feel lonely on their birthday. I myself know that feeling all too well. Oh, sweetie, what's wrong? Please don't cry. I'm sorry that I did all of this. I just thought that I could help you. I didn't mean any harm. It's just I truly care for. What? Are those tears of joy? This is really the nicest thing anyone has ever done for you? To be honest, I wish I could have done a lot more for you, but... Oh, honey, you're welcome. I'm glad that you really appreciate all this. I don't know what to say. Of course, I did all this just for you. I hadn't planned to do all of this for this specific moment, of course, but it seemed that you needed me. Just like I needed you. Of course you deserve all of this. Do you seriously not understand all the things that make you amazing? You've always put others before yourself. You're super funny, you're smart, and you just have the most gorgeous eyes. I could just stare into them all day. How could anyone not love you the way I do? Well, if you still don't believe me, perhaps this last gift I have for you can help convince you of how amazing you are and why you deserve everything good in this world. Sweetie, if you don't mind, can I just sit in your lap to give you a closer look? Don't be shy, my love. Just look at it. It's a scrapbook. Look, all these memories I have of you I put here. This is when you let me borrow one of your pencils in class. Of course I held on to it. This one I took when you were tutoring your friend in calc. You seemed patient with him and confident in the material. I wish that had been me. You always seemed so smart. That one was the first time I had came to your place while you were sleeping. You were so adorable. If I had no self-control, I probably would have gobbled you up on the spot. Oh, and here's the moment where I was at your cafe. When I tried to start a conversation with you, you got all shy and blushed a ton. It was so cute. You just give the sweetest customer service as well. If only more people were as polite and patient as you. However, there was one crucial moment I never was able to get photographed. I was in the park. Sadly, I just received a call from my mother about our dog Clyde. He was the sweetest dog ever, and I've known him since I was 11. I always played with him in that park. We played fetch, went on walks, and we even had picnics there. We were the best of friends. I always struggled making friends in school, and a lot of the other kids called me weird and gross and all sorts of names. That's why I always avoided others and bonded a lot more with him. One day he suddenly stopped eating and had trouble walking. When we took him to the vet, the doctors couldn't find anything wrong with him, so for a while we hoped it would all blow over, but he only seemed to get worse. My mom took him back, and the doctors found out that he had a rare form of cancer rapidly spreading. They told her that even with treatment, he would not have much time left and would be in a ton of pain. It was that day in the park, where my mother called me, telling me that she made the difficult decision to put Clyde down. Upon hearing this, I had broken down in tears. I had lost my childhood best friend and didn't even get to see him one last time. That was the moment when you showed up and asked me what's wrong. I just remember I could barely speak at the time, but I managed to explain why I was crying. Your words were so comforting, it felt like for the first time another person truly cared for me. And to top it off, you being the ball of sunshine you are, went and bought me my favorite ice cream to make me feel better. That was the moment I knew you were the one for me. No one had ever treated me with such kindness and empathy. I had liked you before, but this took my feelings for you to a whole new level. I promised I would do whatever it takes to win your heart and become the girl to do anything for you. So you see, that day I lost someone really close. But I also found someone even more special. You were there for me when no one else was so. Now I'll always be there for you, by your side. Because now that you're all mine, neither of us will ever have to feel lonely. I'll be there to protect you, care for you, and give you whatever you want. All I ask is for your love and affection. Baby, may I ask? Do you love me too? Really? Oh my goodness. This is the best day of my life. I can't tell you how long I've wanted to hear those words, honey. Babe, I hope you don't mind, but I want to just hug you for a bit. Let me just wipe those tears off your adorable face. So, Senpai, what do you want to do for the rest of your party? We could watch one of your favorite movies. I can get more snacks for us, or we could... Sorry, babe. I couldn't resist. Your lips just looked so... Baby, I know this is your birthday, but I'm the one that received the best gift of all.